We are working to bring pay to slay to an end, period.
Have you succeeded?
Not yet. We are working to do so.
And you're still sending them money?
We are working to do so.
Are you still sending them money?
We do not provide assistance to the Palestinian Authority.
Does USAID? Does the administration?
No. Please.
Your testimony is the USAID does not provide money to the PLO?
Senator Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Biden foreign policy, unfortunately, has made America less safe in every region of the world. But there is no region of the world where it has proven a bigger disaster than the Middle East. In every country in the Middle East, America's position is worse today than it was 2 years ago. Ms. Leaf, I want to focus in particular on Israel and the PLO. The United States Congress has determined that the Palestine Liberation Organization and its affiliates are a terrorist organization and a threat to the interest of the United States. It's written in the United States law, 22 U.S. Code, Chapter 61. Do you agree with that assessment?
I agree with the assessment, yes, but I'm sorry.
So yes, you agree with Congress's assessment that the PLO is a terrorist organization?
Yes.
Congress, in light of that determination, has imposed multiple sanctions on the PLO. One set of sanctions prohibits the president from granting visas to PLO leaders to enter the United States. Another prohibits Americans from doing business with them. In October, the administration waived some of those sanctions and went to the Treasury Department to circumvent others. You did that specifically to bring the Secretary General of the PLO to Washington. You held press briefings for him with top State Department officials. Why did you do that? Why did you bring a terrorist leader to the United States?
Senator, we have the authority to waive in the national interest.
I didn't ask if you had the authority to waive. I said,
we brought the delegation here to the United States to have discussions that would go to a number of interests that we have that go to Israel's security, frankly.
So you were not concerned with the fact that the PLO has been determined to be a terrorist organization. You were not concerned with the fact that you were violating congressional determinations that we should not bring terrorist leaders to Washington. Instead, you sought a specific waiver. And your justification, your public justification, which you gave a variant of that right now, is that you think we should engage with terrorists. The problem, Ms. Leaf, is that your strategy is failing, and it's failing catastrophically. On Friday, you sent a report to Congress officially certifying that the Palestinian Authority and the PLO, and I'm going to quote, that they have not met legal requirements for, quote, terminating payments for acts of terrorism against Israeli and U.S. citizens. Now, publicly, when the administration defends engaging with terrorists, you claim things are going well. But when you file a statutorily mandated report with Congress, you admit the PLO is continuing what are called pay-to-slay payments. They are paying for terrorists to murder Americans and to murder Israelis. And nonetheless, this administration is bringing those terrorist leaders to Washington, is bringing them to cocktail parties to wine and dine political leaders in the administration, and is also funneling. Last year, the Biden administration, USAID said, USAID, this is another quote, has invested $150 million this past year to empower Palestinians to build thriving and resilient communities. In violation of at least the spirit, if not the letter, of the Taylor-Force Act. Why, given that you have now certified to Congress that the PLO is continuing to pay terrorists to murder Americans and murder Israelis, why is the administration sending $150 million to them?
So I'll let my colleague answer that in a moment, but I would like to get to the question you ask that goes to the issue of both the engagement here in Washington as well as the regular engagements that we have with the PA officials. We are working to bring pay to slay to an end, period.
Have you succeeded?
Not yet. We are working to do so.
And you're still sending them money?
We are working to do so.
Are you still sending them money?
We do not We do not provide assistance to the Palestinian Authority.
Does
We have-
USAID? Does the administration?
No, please.
Your testimony is the USAID does not provide money to the PLO?
We do not. We abhor prisoner payments, and we have raised these concerns repeatedly to the Palestinian leadership. We are fully compliant with the Taylor Force Act. No money goes to the Palestinian Authority.
So who have you given the $150 million to?
To support the Palestinian
Who
people
got
to
the money?
build-
Not to support
for
the Palestinian.
example,
Like who specifically deposited the check?
For example, Palestinian civil society organizations to hold the Palestinian Authority accountable.
So
And
is it
also
your
to build-
testimony that none of the groups that you have sent that money to are in any way affiliated with the PLO or other terrorist organizations that are paying to murder Americans and Israelis? Is that your testimony to this committee?
We work hard to put in place a series of risk mitigation measures to
is-
prevent the diversion of assistance to terrorists and terrorist organizations through partner vetting.
Okay, I'm going to
and
try one
also
more
through
time. Is it your
third-party
testimony
monitoring.
that the recipients of that money have no affiliation with terrorist groups that are
Based-
paying to murder Americans and Israelis?
Based on the results of our vetting, and when we get allegations that suggest otherwise, we investigate them carefully and take action as needed.
Thank you.